one of the best running backs in the country for the Kansas Jayhawks. Not just best running back for the Kansas Jayhawks, best running back in the country. Devin Neal joining us here in the zone for the number 22 in the land, KU Jayhawks. Devin, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
We are doing just fine. First of all, happy late birthday.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
21 now?
Finally, man.
Yeah.
I'm a youngin for my class.
I
appreciate it.
I don't know. Like everybody's a youngin for their class. Like Jalen Daniels, we were talking with
Yeah.
him. He came in at 17 years old.
Yeah.
Now he's the old head in the group at
Yeah.
being 21 years old.
Yeah, me and him are the same. Yeah, we both came in at 17, so finally getting old, I guess.
It's crazy.
First time going to the wheel, right? First time?
Yep.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time.
that's
First
a
time.
cool experience, I bet. Yeah, absolutely.
Really dope. Nice pizza.
Devin Neal is our guest. What's the feeling like for you? 8 days away from getting this thing rolling against Lindenwood, man. Are you itching to get out there and just get some football in?
I mean, yeah, I'm just really excited just because, like, honestly, I haven't been able to go much scrimmaging, like getting tackled or anything like that. So, this is my first time back since last year, and so I'm really excited. It's the first of the last, right? So
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to, just go out there one last time with my guys and just go ball out, man.
You hear that first of the last. Did that hit you the first time you thought about that? First practice of the last fall
I
camp?
know. Yeah. I mean, the coach, especially Coach Sleeve, like he doesn't let me forget it, man, because, every day is another opportunity to get better. And, I just want to leave my long-lasting imprint on this program. And obviously one last time, so just going, all out there, leaving it all out there because there's nothing else to lose. So,
Do you feel a responsibility as a guy who's been here a while and has watched it go from what Kansas football was known and now the way that it's viewed? Do you feel a responsibility to hand the program to the next group of guys to where that work continues and there's not the complacency or feeling like, hey, we've made it, we're KU
Right.
football and we don't have to put in as much work anymore?
yeah, I mean, I think I've been really intentional with, just passing on the knowledge that I know to anyone I can really get a hold of, especially, to the young running backs, just passing my knowledge down to them, the game, just hoping the game slow down for them because I know how I was as a freshman, even though maybe different circumstances, of course, they're probably in a way better spot, program-wise than I was in. So just passing my knowledge down to them on the field, off the field, just trying to be the best leader I can be. And not only that, just being a big brother to them because, I know how challenging it can be. So I'm trying to lighten up the mood, especially in camp. So it's been fun for sure.
So you like the comic relief from time to time, maybe
Yeah.
cutting some of the tension with
Yeah.
some comedy to lighten it a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just the state that our running back room's in is kind of lighthearted anyway. Like, obviously, we go into the film room to get better. It's serious conversations. But, I think Coach Wallace and, Coach Stewart, that's now a part of, our room. It's been amazing just seeing the connection we had because we didn't have that. Me, guys like Deuce, when we first, our freshman year, we didn't have stuff like this. And so it's amazing, the transformation overall, just the little things that you see day to day.
Devin Neal's our guest. How much pride do you feel? I know the job isn't done, and you guys got a big season in front of you, but how much pride do you feel from the time when you committed, growing up here in Lawrence and committing to a program that was not viewed as like, why is Devin going there instead of going to another spot, but wanting to help turn the program around and being one of the pillars that does that? How much pride do you feel when you see number 22 come out, the KU Jayhawks going into your final year, the preseason, the top 25 team?
I mean, I feel a ton of pride in that just because, you actually said it right there a lot. I got asked that question a ton. Why are you going here, And this is why I came here, just to be able to flip this program, my hometown school, just to put an amount of work in to do something that no one's done before in 15 years, right? So just being a part of this has been special in so many ways. And, I owe a lot of it to, my faith in God. I owe it to a lot of my family, just helping me stay, mellow and calm throughout a lot of adverse moments throughout my career and just, just giving out as much as I can, just being a pillar for this program in the community as much as I can and, just giving back everything to this university. That's really been my main goal, my dream, and I feel like for the most part I've been able to achieve that.
You didn't commit to Lance Leipold originally, but you maintained your commitment when he was the head coach. Was it easy to see his vision, and when you talked to him to see, and when he talked to you that what it could look like?
It's funny because I was actually talking to Coach Sleeve today about that, just thinking, and at the time when all this stuff happened with Coach Miles, at first I was almost solid about leaving, but I sat into a room with Coach Leipold and Coach Sleeve, and they changed my entire perspective in like 30 seconds. I believe that first impressions are extremely valuable, and the first impression I had of them too was that they're dedicated, they're loyal, and they're gonna get this thing done. And I didn't know when it was gonna happen, but it kind of happened right away. You saw at the end of my freshman year, you kind of seen the program start turning the wheels a little bit. And so just to get here and where we are with this staff and the people here, it's phenomenal. I think the same feeling I have is why you see a lot of the guys who are part of those early classes stay, and they have stayed for, a lot of great reasons too. So yeah, I absolutely find a lot of pride in, everything that we've done so far.
Do you remind them how important that conversation was for them in this program to keep you around? You probably don't, but I think of myself, I'm like, man, that was a pretty big conversation to get Devin Neal to reaffirm the commitment when you're thinking about going into that. Well, I'm going to go somewhere else, but let's see what they have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I just think I took a mature approach about everything. Just especially, I know at the time being 17, I didn't really know what I really wanted. What I did know for sure is I wanted to flip this thing around at this university, and so I think that's one of the best decisions I've ever made. And looking back, maybe it was crazy, maybe some people call me crazy, but to be honest, I really don't care because it's been special.
Devin Neal is our guest. Looking back, do you have a favorite game? Do you have a game that sticks out over these few years that maybe you go to and think about?
We played a lot of good games, man. I think last year the Oklahoma game really did it for me, just because I think we got thrown every curveball possible, right? Just cold weather, rain delay.
Yeah.
But the fire that the team had and the determination. We came out of halftime, and you watched them come out of halftime. We were more excited to be out there at that moment in time, and I just think that describes what our program is. And I think back a lot of times just seeing the team effort that it took to win that game, and it was phenomenal. Obviously, hands down to the Oklahoma team, a phenomenal team. I have a couple friends on that team. And, it's always funny because, in high school when we were talking, it's like, why are you going to KU? Those were a couple guys that were kind of like, why would you do that? And so, that was kind of like, me poking jabs at them. So
that's nice.
I love that for sure.
Yeah, that's scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you got the scoreboard, man. I didn't know if maybe you'd go back to your sophomore year at Oklahoma State when you put on an absolute performance, and it was the 6th win.
Yeah.
And KU finally got back to a bowl game. Like, it almost felt like going into that game, it was like, all right, KU starts off 5-0. They've had some. Are they going to get to bowl eligibility? And you go out and have 324 yards in the game, and it's bowl eligibility.
Yeah, I mean, that game was special for a lot of reasons. Just because I felt like that was my coming out game, in my opinion, and just Coach Leipold, you've heard the stories. Just texted me beforehand. Tony Sand's record of all things, right? It was just so random at the time, and I kind of just woke. It was one of those days where you just kind of wake up with a great feeling about what's going on today, and it just went out there and just played and just have fun, and smiles going around for the whole team, and obviously it was a super special win for this program, and I'll never forget that as well.
Do you think about June Henley's record?
Duh, of course. Of course, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if they were maybe in your room. And
765.
By the way, 765 is what he needs, and 8 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
765 and 8, and you're number 1 all time in yards and touchdowns in KU history. What's that? I mean, I know you're not there yet. I know that, but what's that sort of? You hear that, right? 765 and 8, and you're the all-time leading rusher for KU football history in yards and touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, kind of what I've already said is just. It's one of those dream moments because, you first come in, you don't know what freshman year is going to look like. At the time, obviously I knew what type of running back room we had. And, I had a different mindset. Like, of course I wanted to start, right? But, at the time I just wanted to keep my head down, just keep working, keep getting better and better. And, finally it just clicked. And then, week 4 I ended up starting, thrown in the fire, thrown into the wolves, whatever you call it. And then it just went on from there. And I felt never in a moment in my life where I'm good where I'm at. I just kept grinding, getting better, and ended up here special. And I owe a lot to it, the determination and stuff that my family has taught me, just to keep on grinding, keep on chipping away, and finding little things to get better at. And then obviously, Coach Wallace helping me with that, and all the other stuff that's kept helping me with that and too. And so everything just happens for a reason. I firmly believe, and so I'm just super excited to. Hopefully knock that down this year for sure.
Did you have any idea that when college football video game would come out that you would be one of the best running backs in the entire game? Like, it's become like a countrywide phenomenon of, dude, Devin Neal. Run the ball with Devin Neal. This dude is different in the game.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, going into it, obviously we went to Media Day, and they kind of introduced us there. And I didn't think I thought it was going to be like an 88, 89. I didn't know what they were going to think of me, but for that to come out, it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It was really exciting for me, obviously, to be able to not only play as myself in the game, but be pretty good in the game. But yeah, it was really cool, man. I just think, now I think a lot of people are going to start looking at me, and maybe that's more pressure. I don't know. Maybe I have to start doing spin moves all over the field. But
it's the most vicious spin move in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 5 spin moves on one play will get you a touchdown. I mean, like, you got to throw out a couple spin moves this year.
I think I have to, because I saw a lot of comments that said if he's not doing this, then he's a bust. So.
But it does sort of, like, nationally, people that play the game and may not know much about KU football, it's like, oh wait, this is the dude I play in the game with. This Devin Neal. Oh wow, let me watch this play.
Right.
Let me watch this game, because the KU team is who I use offensively, and this Devin Neal dude can't be stopped in this game, man.
Yeah, I know. I think it just brings extra eyes to our program. I think it's cool, and obviously they added the new stadium that I'll never play in, which I'm kind of sad about, but whatever.
And you built it though,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's what I'm excited about.
Jalen said you leave bricks, right?
Yep.
You're supposed to you're leaving a lot of bricks for the people behind you.
That's what's cool though about that. Is just that doesn't happen if we don't do what we've done so far. And so for the younger guys, I hold it to them that they better perform well in it. So it's just really cool to see the progress that they're making on that stadium over there.
Yeah, I guess last year when they asked you if this was your last game at the booth, that was really about going pro or not.
Yeah.
Still ended up being that.
Ended up being that.
But you get to play at Arrowhead Stadium this year before playing there next year. Or whatever NFL stadiums you'll be playing at next year.
Hey, if the Chiefs want to draft me, I'll be more than happy. That's for sure.
I think a lot of people will be more than happy to play there. Devin Neal getting ready for this season for the KU Jayhawks preseason number 22 in the land. And a lot of things that can happen. It could be an absolute fun season ahead of the team. And certainly running back, one of the best in the country, Devin Neal. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it, man. Best of luck on the season and health and all of that stuff for you.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate that. Thank you.